In DP, it is proved that you can organize a process and oversee a process, and you're beaten in the process, just like Honorable Dr. Lulume Bayiga lost to Honorable Matia and Sulugaberekerao. As I speak now, I saw another candidate for Secretary General, the Honorable Rihard Lumu, complaining about delegates. But he from Mityana, where he comes from, he has not even submitted a return for a sub-county. Where does he expect to win from if he cannot even bring delegates from his village? Every day you wake up and your role is to that in the party. Every day is to that in the party. Every day you wake up and this is the party you want to lead. Even when we go, you still want to find a party that is clean and sober. The question of undermining other people. Imagine saying you bring delegates from Karamoja. Karamoja is not worth being DP. You undermine people, say they pick people from Arua Park. Are people who are at Arua Park not people? From people like Byanyima, who are just becoming busy from yesterday. If your father was a DP, we respect your father, we appreciate you. It's not a qualification for you to be DP because your father was DP. We appreciate your father. But you should also appreciate us that have been there for the 20 years you've been away from the party. From 2011, she has never supported a DP candidate. So some people the other day said, when Ben Kiwanuka comes, he will go and slaughter you. I told those people, Ben Kiwanuka will start from his house. Will roll call. Where? Kajimu? Mugu. Morris Kajimu? Where is he? He's not going to start from my house to roll call. So the question of pretending to be more DP than others should stop. And I have no kind words for those who pretend that they are more DP than the others. Free entry to the bank, free check. This delegate conference will go on and nobody will stop it. I think, first of all, on my behalf and on behalf of the secretariat of our party, I want to put it categorically clear that the party constitution of the Democratic Party mandates us on how we conduct elections of our leadership renewal. The top level supervises the level below. Therefore, the NEC, and the NEC has individuals, specifically the office of the organizing secretary with the secretariat. There is one secretary general. There is organizing secretary, there is the legal advisor, but there is one secretary general who oversees the running of the work of the secretariat. And therefore, the convener of the National Delegate Conference is the secretary general. The sub-count, the district supervises the constituency. The constituency supervises the sub-counties. The sub-county supervises the parishes. The parishes supervises the villages. And the electoral commission, the presiding officers for the districts, is appointed by the national leadership. So when a person says, I have seen people saying, we are candidates and we are supervising the very processes we are doing. It has been the same. Lulume is the chairman of the district of Wikwe. He's been the supervisor of the levels below. So it is not only a secretariat. Lulume Bayiga Philip, the Honorable, is the chairman for Wikwe district. And so he's been the overall supervisor for the levels below. The Honorable Rihard Lumu is in the structure of Mityana. So he's been the supervisor. The Honorable Ssebamala Richard, he was the acting chairman for Masaka district. His own PA became the chairman of Masaka. His own PA in Tuwa became the chairman of Masaka. He was the supervisor. So let us not waste a lot of time for our delegates. Our focus and time is geared towards the National Delegate Conference, and nothing will stop the National Delegate Conference because it's convened properly as per the constitution of our party. Whoever wants to see changes should not actually waste the time of the delegates in the media and running around busybodies and all those. We should design and take all our energies down to the grassroots. The question of undermining other people. Imagine saying you bring delegates from Karamoja. Karamoja is not worth being DP. You undermine people, say they pick people from Arua Park. Are people who are at Arua Park not people? Why are they coming to the process if they think it's from Arua Park? Dr. Lulume Bayiga himself was the acting Secretary General for 2 years. He organized an election which is supervised, and he lost an election, the same election. So, in DP it is proved that you can organize a process and oversee a process, and you're beaten in the process, just like Honorable Dr. Lulume Bayiga lost to Honorable Matiya Nsuru. May he so rest in eternal peace. So the negative energies you see from people like Byanyima, who are just becoming busy from yesterday. If your father was a DP, we respect your father, we appreciate you. It's not a qualification for you to be DP because your father was DP. We appreciate your father. But you should also appreciate us that have been there for the 20 years you've been away from the party. From 2011, she has never supported a DP candidate. 2011, who did she support? 2001, who did she support? 2006, who did she support? 2020, who did she vote for? So the question of pretending to be more DP than others should stop. And I have no kind words for those who pretend that they are more DP than the others. I can listen to Dr. Lulume Bayiga because I can trust that she's been there for since multi-party dispensation returned. But Edith, where has she been? To even warrant my response to her, where has she been? Edith was just given a membership card in December last year. So she's equally a new member in the party. You cannot pretend to have been in the party for 40 years when you join and leave, you join and leave. What shall we do for people like Mzee here? As I speak now, Mzee has just returned from Bujiri, from conducting the party process as a assigned supervisor for Bujiri. He was in Bujiri, he was in Iganga. And therefore, when people are in Kampala and abusing the process of their own party, that really is not accepted because it undermines the energy that the people of the party are putting in. There is no process, and I want to repeat, and I want to give them free entry to the bank, free check. This delegate conference will go on and nobody will stop it. Because those who believe in this party are not only Lulume Bayiga, Edith and Dumba, no. We appreciate them, but we want to give them a free check. I have only come to respond to this to give our confidence to our delegates that the process is going on. Moving to Mbarara will start on the 29th of this month. The delegate conference will start on the 30th to 31st to 1st. I want to give you confidence, dear delegates out there. In all our sub-regions of Uganda, you have done your role. You have done your duties. As I speak now, you see people in the office from Wachiso. They have come. They want to hold their meetings here tomorrow. From Wachiso, I don't come from Wachiso. As we speak now, there are processes going on in Rukunjiri. So when you ask me where do I get the delegates, it's because I'm privy to the returns from people. I don't manufacture delegates. I depend on the returns from the districts. And as I speak now, most districts have returned, except a few districts, about 10. But the rest of the districts have returned the delegates. And that's why I speak with confidence, because I pick from the returns from the district. I have been all over. I am not just coming here to lament. I have been all over. On Saturday, I was in Amudat. I went to Nabilatuk. I went to Iganga. I am moving and doing my roles as the Secretary General. Therefore, when I tell you that we have the number that can make the quorum of the delegates, because I have picked from the returns. I am actually waiting. Lulume Bayiga, in this district, they voted. I think they voted on Saturday. So Honorable Kayondo, who was assigned to preside over that process, he returned. So when I tell you that we have the returns from Buikwe, I depend on the returns from the people that return from the branches. I don't manufacture delegates. Yes.
Especially in the presentation that came from the religious conference that we had in June, which were contrary to your presentations don't match with your.
No, I am. Who is the secretary to this party? Do they show you the evidence? I think you should have asked them to show you where is their basis, where is the evidence of the minutes. Because I don't manufacture amendments. The amendments that were gazetted started from Nambole in 2005. I was not there. We went to Mbale, proposed amendments. We went to Katomi, proposed amendments. And in Gulu, the delegates just affirmed and approved the amendments. And the moment the delegates approve the amendments, even without gazette, they become law of the party. I want to let you know that in Nambole, they approved the vice presidents of regional vice president. It has never been gazetted, but we have had regional vice presidents as I speak now. The Honorable Rihard Ssebamala is a NEC member in charge, Deputy International Diaspora and Foreign Relations. Has that ever been gazetted? He's been a NEC member for 4 years. Why are people not honest with themselves? Why didn't he complain that this position was not gazetted? Why did he contest for that position? We have had the Honorable Takuba Kabuye as a chair, as a NEC secretary for elderly persons. We have had Mr. Bishaka as deputy elderly for elderly persons secretary. We have had Mama Max as a secretary for person with disability. Our constitution needed to be amended to align it to the national constitution. Unless if those people are saying it is bad for our party to recognize persons with disability, to recognize elders, to recognize workers, to recognize our foreign friends that live in diaspora, a biggest majority that our party depend on and support our party. Therefore, these guys are not honest. They are just wasting our time. They are just making the party look bad. And they have sensed that they are losing elections. That's a sign of a person who is losing. But I want to really plead with them that every day you wake up and your role is to that in the party. Every day is to that in the party. Every day you wake up and this is the party you want to lead. Even when we go, you still want to find a party that is clean and sober. So my responses today is basically to call upon the delegates. I know what they are trying to do is to discourage delegates and our leaders from the branches. That this meeting is going on. I am speaking as your Secretary General until 30th when you vote a new one. For now, the Constitution mandates me to convene this meeting. And as a convener of the meeting is going on as planned. And I want to assure all delegates, for instance, those in Teso will gather in Soroti. There will be buses to bring them from Soroti. Those of Bugisu will gather in Mbale. Those of Acholi area will come to Gulu. Those of West Nile, some will go through a Juman area, some will go to Arua. Those of the city in Kampala, they will come to the headquarters. Those of Masaka region, Greater Masaka, will gather in Masaka. The ones in Greater Mityana, Mubende, Chankwanze, and Chivoga will also come in that direction. And those of Bunyoro will also move. There is an arrangement for each sub-region for us to get to the meeting. Every gear is set. Everything is put aside. We shall come back and talk our internal politics. For now, our focus is leadership renewal. And all our energy is towards that.
When was the elections of Kampala organized and who was targeted?
No, Kampala is divided into districts. If you still talk about the facted Kampala, we now have 5 districts under Kampala. We have Ruwaga, we have Nakawa, we have Makindye, we have Kampala Central, and we have Kawempe. And they are at different levels. Kawempe, I think, was supervised by Nakawa, I think, was the first to complete those processes. So each district is at different level in terms of these processes. Yesterday, as we speak, I think Wachiso completed all the other remaining constituencies. On Friday, they will be here doing Wachiso will be doing their district. They are only harmonizing in terms of the venue. Some people say they go to Nansana, some people say they go to Gombe, and some people say they should come to headquarters. That is theirs to harmonize. Our role is to assign a presiding officer for that process. I don't know where Edith comes from. I don't know, because Today she writes about Chiruhura, the other day Mbarara City, the other day Kabohe, the other day. So I don't know where she comes from. And if she knows that she comes from Chiruhura, let her go to the chairman of Chiruhura. I don't supervise district from here. They are district leadership. If she has a complaint about Chiruhura, let her go to the chairman of Chiruhura district. And the chairman is called Shafiq Imam. There is no, first of all, I want to correct, there is no UID Kampala district. It is not there. If people are addressing you with wrong titles, there is no district called Kampala. And so we don't have a UID chairman for Kampala. That's wrong. That's why I think I'm not wasting time with people I don't know whether they belong to this party or not. There is no district called Kampala. And so there is no UID chairman for Kampala. I can get information what he says, but I wanted to get it clear. There is no UID chairman for Kampala because there is no district called Kampala. We have a region called Kampala that is represented by Bashir Kamis to the neck. First of all, he doesn't know which position he belongs to. If he is addressing you wrongly that is the chairman for Kampala, UID, then why does he warrant any response from me? I think he doesn't, because he even doesn't know which position he holds in the leadership of the party.
Then that you're blocking him from contesting for the very position that you're holding.
No. Dumba expressed interest to run for president of the party. I am running for the Secretary General. I'm not president of the party. That's why I'm saying I think he's feeling a lot of pressure that has entered his brain. So, because I am running for SG, Dumba has been running around that he wants to be president. The other day I saw him seconding Ssebamala. After Ssebamala, I saw him seconding Lulume. Then I think he only wants to get some headline and likes. And we will not respond to him for likes for free. With every delegate. The candidates that are running for president have all been in the party, at least for 4 years. Really, they should be in position to find where the delegates are. As I speak now, I saw another candidate for Secretary General, the Honorable Rihard Lumu, complaining about delegates. But he from Mityana, where he comes from, he has not even submitted a return for a sub-county. Where does he expect to win from if he cannot even bring delegates from his village? Remember, Mityana has 4 constituencies. They have municipality, they have Mityana South, they have Mityana North, and then they have the one of Honorable Karuanga 4. That means they have the two delegates, that makes it 8, plus the 3, that makes it 11, plus the 4 parliamentary candidates. But you have not submitted the list, even from his own Namungo, where he comes from. Mityana South alone, he has not submitted the returns even for the parish. Now he's running on TV, complaining that we have not given him the list of the delegates. Where do we get the delegates? Yet you as from Mityana are not even here. Let's try to be fair to the leadership of the party. And some of those colleagues are in the neck. They should be doing these processes instead of running. I want to request colleagues, let us reduce these engagements on media houses, on TVs and platforms. We know the structures where we want to belong to change the party. Delegates, there is no turning back. We are going to Mbarara, a summer country resort, 29th to 31st.
Before we have put the right number of delegates, 1,600 or 1,400?
No, the total number of delegates is about 1,600. The total, all of them together. Because each constituency of Uganda will bring us 2 delegates, multiply with the constituencies that are in Uganda. Each district of Uganda will bring us 3. And for DP, for Uganda, the districts are 146. For DP, the districts are 151. Can I explain the reason for DP? Because of Kampala. Each division of Kampala, there are 5. It became a district. Therefore, we add on. And then plus the cities. The cities are equivalent to districts.
So if we had voted properly, how many delegates have you so far mobilized?
No, I don't mobilize delegates. You ask the right question. How many branches have returned in terms of returns? We don't mobilize delegates. We pick them from the returns. And as I speak now, I want to repeat categorically clear. We have the quorum that can make the meeting. No, I give you the quorum. The quorum, by the way, 1,600. If you go to the real quorum, it will be about 500. Because it's a third. The districts, I can now mention them. All districts of Eastern Uganda except 2. Tororo, which is coming today, and Namutumba. The rest have brought returns. I think I want to answer people like that. All districts of Eastern Uganda, the 40, the 38 have brought returns, and they are within the deadline, except 2. Tororo, which is conducting elections today, and Namutumba, which is doing it tomorrow. Why have they delayed? We delayed to assign the officer. And Mr. Waki, Edward Ikomba, our NEC member, the deputy for person with disability, will be presiding over the process in Namutumba. For Western Uganda, in Ankole, the 13 districts, we have got 10 out of 13. The final one, Mr. Deo Kadada just called me, they will be sending. That is Bushenyi. The district of Chigezi, the 5, we have received 3 out of 5. We have received Kisoro, we have received Kisoro, we have received Kanungu, we have received Rukunjiri. So only 2 have not done that. 3, that is Ruchiga, which is doing it on this weekend, Kabale, which is doing it on this weekend, and the other candidate who is running, Mr. Tweta, is a NEC member, is running to be vice president. He comes from Kabale. He has not submitted returns for Kabale, and is the chairman for Kabale. But you see him on social media complaining about returns. He is the chairman. He has not submitted that. When you go to Bunyoro, all of them have submitted returns through Grace Amot, who is not known agent of mine. When we go to Toro, we only don't have Kasese, Port Portal City, Port Portal Rural. The rest are all here. And Chenjojo. And Chenjojo. The others are all here. When we go to West Nile, we have received from Pakwach, we have received from Zombo, we have received from Nebi, we have received from Moyo, we have received from Obongi, and Maracha. Remaining Arua City, Arua Rural, Yumbe, and Terego. That's the Secretary General speaking on fingertips, understanding the party. That's what it means to understand the party. When we go to Acholi sub-region, that's where the party leader comes from. In Acholi, we have received from Guru City, we have received from Omoro, we have received from Noya, we have received from Noya, we have received from Agago, we have received from Pade. Tomorrow, we will be doing Amuru. Simple Man is commissioned to do that. In Amuru, we'll be doing Ramo, we'll be doing Kitugum. What else do you need? The district have counted that have not submitted. They are not even 15. Ajuman, yes. Ajuman has. Ajumani and Moyo. Ajumani and Obongi. Moyo, Ajumani, those came through together. So when you look at the number of those districts that have returned, this is a chairman for Sirono. I'm sure he's here to talk about his return and process of election. So I don't sit here and just manufacture the processes. But people with bad blood who don't want to come to the terms that they are not the ones here because of hatred, because of they are being hoodwinked by history that they come from, that does not work. There is no qualification in our party constitution that for you to be a DP, your father must have been DP. No. That's why you have Bendek Tokajimu Mgumba Chiwanuka. And you know where his son is. So some people the other day said, when Ben Kiwanuka comes, he will go and slaughter you. I told those people, Ben Kiwanuka will start from his house. Will roll call. Where? Kajimu? Mugu. What is Kajimu? Where is he? He's not going to start from my house to roll call.